This is genuinely more of a theory than fact, but this is more of a serious theory I've been thinking about for days, maybe even weeks. Ever since we got the news of season 3 in The Mandalorian, and ever since we got the news of Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian, I've been thinking, I don't think Ahsoka's going to help The Mandalorian, or Din Djarin, as I should say. So, I guess let's get into that. But first off, a little backstory. Episode 12 came out last Friday. Blah blah blah. All the footage we saw from the trailers, TV spots of Cara Dune and Reeve Karga. Forgive me, please, if I'm saying their names wrong or how you don't like them to be said. On that lava planet, all that footage was in chapter 12, last Friday's episode. It was great. And then we saw in a lab a bunch of clone bodies, which could possibly be Snoke or Palpatine. It's one or the other. It's Snoke or Palpatine. I'm not sure which one. I think it's Palpatine, but I've heard a lot of other people say that it's just Snoke. But now let's move on to episode 13, which is coming out this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving for Americans. We're getting Ahsoka Tano in this episode. I am 99.9% sure. How do I know this? Why am I so sure? This episode is directed by Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni worked with George Lucas on the Clone Wars animated series. I think he maybe even developed the character Ahsoka. He also worked on Rebels, and he worked a lot on Ahsoka. So it's fitting that he directed this episode, that he is directing this episode. But I genuinely think Ahsoka won't help the Mandalorian, or she won't be of much help to him. She won't know too much about species. So we're getting season 3 of the Mandalorian. I assume next year around this time, maybe around the 30th of October or so, like this year, and maybe even last year. But my question to you is, if we're getting season 3 and we're getting also Ahsoka in this season, why would we get in season 3? If Ahsoka would help Din Djarin, or would be of help to him, I think they would meet. There would be some action. There would be some episodes, blah blah blah, and maybe like the final episode of season 2 would be the child being reunited with his kind. But I don't think that'll happen. Maybe the child's species was wiped out, maybe by the Empire, maybe by natural causes. We don't know yet. We don't even know their name, Yoda's name. We don't even know Yoda's species name. All we know is Ahsoka's not going to help him, or she won't be of much help. What I think is going to really happen is they're going to meet. There was some action, blah blah blah, and she'll say, "This is not my area of expertise. I can direct you to other people who might know more about this." Maybe she'll direct him to Luke, but that's very, very, very unlikely that we'll see Luke in this. Brace yourself, this might get a little dark, but if the child goes to Luke, he will most likely die because of the Temple Massacre years later, when Ben Solo kind of more officially becomes Kylo Ren. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Disney wouldn't want to kill the child like that gruesomely. We don't know yet, though. Maybe Mando will be about to find the child's race, and he'll be like, "No, I've gotten too attached to him. I want to keep him." Maybe Ahsoka will say, "Take the child as a son. It's like a son." Maybe he'll. I kind of see it as of now. I kind of see it as a more of a father-son relationship currently. I mean, he's basically. I kind of see it as him as Din Djarin being kind of like a single dad taking care of his child, and there's no wife in the story. No, there's no wife in the picture. Um, but we don't know. We don't know yet. Hopefully, all of our answers will be answered this Friday in Chapter 13, The Mandalorian. We're getting Ahsoka, directed by Dave Filoni. We know this. I I don't think it'll just be a little like 1 or 2 second little cameo, just like Boba Fett at the end of chapter, at the end of episode 1 in this season. I think she'll legit fight. She might even fight with lightsabers. I don't know if it would be the white lightsabers or the blue lightsabers. Blue lightsaber, because at the end of Clone Wars she leaves at least one behind. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. As of for now, it's just a theory, but I genuinely think Ahsoka won't help him, or she won't be of much help. Until then, have a great day.